think, about 10 states, maybe in the last 6 months. I've been seeing the opponents, Sandy and Zev, everywhere. Sort of think we might start to bunk up together or make this tour around the country. But I'm really glad to be here in Ohio to have this conversation. Well, very briefly, what I'm going to tell the legislators today and remind them, and particularly to remind the Republicans on the right, is that it has been conservatives for 30 years who have been fighting for greater accountability for public education and for higher standards. We are now on the precipice of a great conservative victory, I would argue, and that is that we finally are going to have standards in Ohio that are set at a very high, rigorous level. Now, Fordham has been tracking state standards in Ohio and elsewhere for 15 years. And back in 2010, we looked at the Common Core, compared them to the standards in Ohio. We found the Common Core to be clearly superior. Not perfect. We gave them a B+ in English and an A- in math. But that compared to C's that Ohio's old standards got in reading and math. These standards are solid, they are traditional. They do things like expect little kids like my kindergartner to learn phonics and to learn his math facts and multiplication tables. They don't want kids doing fuzzy math or handing little kids calculators before they've learned arithmetic to automaticity. They expect English teachers to bring in great works of American literature and to make sure that kids are reading the founding documents. So when you look at the standards themselves, you say this is really good stuff. It's quite traditional, and again, in many respects, I would argue, is quite conservative. And the argument, that the real question that I hope comes up today is, if we do not go forward with the Common Core, what is Plan B? Right? As you just heard, the horse is out of the barn, right? So we've already spent millions of dollars training teachers, buying materials, doing the hard work. Right? We're going to tell teachers, sorry, forget about all that. We're going to do a U-turn now. And then what? Is there a process for Ohio to develop new standards? What? They're going to be, what? Maybe tweak those Common Core in this way and that way? You're going to hear criticisms today from folks like Sandy Stotsky, but I hope the legislators ask her, okay, did you think these Common Core standards are better than what Ohio had before? And she will say yes. She has said that in other places. Same on the math side. These standards are an improvement. They're not perfect, but I don't think we're going to start over in order to make a couple of tweaks. At the same time, we have these very strong assessments, the Park assessments coming. And what's finally going to happen in Ohio, what's finally going to happen is never again are we going to have a situation where students pass the state test year after year, get good grades, graduate from an Ohio public school, go on to an Ohio public college, and are told that they have to take remedial education. Right? And that comes as a big shock to them. Finally, we're going to have standards that say to kids, look, if you pass this state test, it means you are on track to be college and career ready. That's going to be transformative, and again, that is a huge conservative victory. So I look forward to the testimony. It should be fun tonight. Thanks.
So Patrick, any questions?
So I think I have to head upstairs.
Okay, so look around, look at all these happy faces. They are going to be up in the hearing, and I am sure that they would be willing to talk with you as well. So
okay.
We really appreciate you being here. You did some great stories up in the Cleveland area and going into schools, so we appreciate that.
So hopefully I'll be in touch with some of you further.
Great, and let's get contact information. And great, thank you. Thank you all for being here today. Room 313, hurry so you get a seat.
That was Jeff, our office. Hi, Karen. Oh, that's bad. It's well, Chad. It's Chad's influence. I'm rubbing off.